Dear children, welcome to another session of Children's Liturgy. Today, we are celebrating the 18th Sunday of the year. The theme for this week is God Provides. Let us listen to the reading.
After escaping from Egypt, Moses led the Israelites through the desert. Soon, they ran short of food and they became bad-tempered and ungrateful as they grew hungry. At least when we were slaves, we had plenty to eat, they grumbled. God heard his people complaining, and he said to Moses, I will make food fall from the sky, and my people can gather all that they need. I will send them meat, so they will be satisfied and content. Then they will know that I am their God, who loves and cares for them. That evening, a flock of quails settled around the camp, and the people caught and ate them. In the morning, the ground was covered with dew, and when it dried, it left behind manna which God had sent. Moses told the people, God has heard our cries for help, and has sent us manna from heaven to answer our prayers.
For many years, the Israelites had lived as slaves of the Egyptians. Life was hard as the Egyptians were cruel and harsh. The people prayed to God to save them from their misery. God chose Moses to rescue his people from slavery and to lead them to freedom. Moses took the Israelites into the desert in order to lead them to the promised land. But when they began to run out of food, they became more and more hungry and complained bitterly to Moses. Do you know what it is like in the desert? It is often hot by day and very cold at night. It is sandy, never much soil. So few plants can grow there, and very few animals can live there. The Israelites could not find anything to eat. They were miserable and desperate. God then sent the Israelites manna. What is manna? The Bible tells us that manna was like small whitish seeds. The people had to gather the seeds, pound them to make flour. They then used the flour to make bread. This is also why manna is often called bread from heaven. God also had some interesting instructions when he sent the manna. He told the Israelites to take only what was required for the day and nothing more. He would provide what is enough for them every day. Why did God send manna and give these instructions? God knew that the Israelites needed physical food to survive. They didn't have many options for food in the wilderness. God provided food for them to show them that He will always meet their needs, even when the situation seems impossible. God also wanted the Israelites to practice trust and obedience. Some Israelites took too much manna on some days, and it rotted in their tents, full of maggots. God wanted the people to exercise trust that He would provide the next day, the same way He had the day before. So the Israelites did not have to hoard. They just had to trust and obey His instructions. In our last Children's Liturgy video, we learned how Jesus performed the miracle of feeding thousands with 5 loaves and 2 fishes. This week, we are reminded once again of how God always provides. He performed a miracle and sent food to the Israelites when they needed it most. What can we learn from these miracles? Firstly, just like how God knew what the Israelites needed, God also knows our every need. He would always provide for us. Sometimes His provision for us may not be in the way that we expected, but He truly knows best what is the best way to provide for us, even in times that seem impossible. Last year, I got to know a Primary 1 boy called Elvin. He has 5 other siblings, 1 younger brother in kindergarten and 4 older siblings also in primary school. When COVID-19 struck and Singapore had to start home-based learning for all school-going children, Elvin and his family were very worried. You see, they only had 1 computer in the house, and there were 6 of them who needed it for HBL. Their parents could not afford to buy more computers or laptops. Elvin prayed very hard and hoped that his school would provide him or his siblings with more computers. Unfortunately, the school had to prioritize giving the laptops to other families who did not even have 1 laptop. Disappointed, he prayed again to God to give his parents a pay increase or for them to strike lottery so that they can have money to buy more computers. A few weeks passed and nothing happened. In the meantime, Elvin and his siblings had to take turns to attend HBL lessons and were often not able to keep up with their schoolwork. Just as they were at their wits' end, a charity organization found out about their difficulty. They found some old laptops, fixed it so that it was as good as new, and were able to send 2 more laptops to help Elvin and his siblings. It was a miracle come true for Elvin. God had not answered his prayers the way he had expected or asked for, but he eventually provided for Elvin and his family. What else do we learn? God reminds us not to worry even when things seem difficult. Are there things you worry about, like worrying about making good friends in school, or worried about someone who's not feeling well in your family? It is hard not to worry, but God shows us time and time again in the Bible that He provides. Can you think of all the times in your life when you called out to God and He provided for you? When Jesus taught us the Our Father prayer, He said, "Give us this day our daily bread." It is a reminder for us to trust God to provide for our needs one day at a time, just as He did for the Jews in the desert. Will you put aside your worries and put your trust in God's daily provision? The choice is yours.